Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Stranger Cats. Today we will be playing Sims Christmas Challenge Week 2, and as you probably already noticed, there is no in-game sound. Well, that's because when I finished recording this, I checked my recording and there was no sound, period. You couldn't hear the in-game, you couldn't hear my voice. So I have to edit this and do a voiceover at the same time. So this is going to be very interesting, but I hope you guys enjoy this video anyway. I had this option or replay the week since the challenges. Um, I could basically just replay those if needed, but I had planned from the beginning to end this Christmas week in The Sims or Winterfest. So this is kind of how I have to do it if I want it to continue to be on that day, or I would have to spend like extra weeks just doing nothing, letting my son do whatever she wants or whatever, just so we could get it back on track. So instead of hearing live gameplay, what you're going to see is more like an overview of this week probably. So I'm just going to kind of cut boring bits and then tell you what kind of happened along this challenge. So like I said before, which you couldn't hear because didn't record my audio, but I have not read week 2 until I got started in this gameplay, but I will read it to you now. Week 2. Yes, this is a pleasant surprise, says the head of the town council, looking anything but pleasantly surprised when you visit him to tell him what you've just accomplished. Is that a glint of irritation that you see in his eyes? Yes, I think you've proven that there is some festive spirit left in this town, after all. That is great. No reason to cancel the festival now. None at all. You smile at him happily. You did it. You were able to accomplish something great, something bigger than yourself. But then he continues speaking. Ahem. Except, there is this tiny problem. Yes, a tiny problem, and there's no one to blame. You see, we already spent all the festival budget. We thought there wasn't going to be a festival this year, so we spent it on the town's council's cocktail party last week. Oops, he laughs nervously. Like I said, no one's to blame. How could we have known that you'd be able to do this? You glare at him for a while, and then say with a resigned sigh, Okay, here's what we do. If I can collect enough money, will you swear on your pet llama that the festival will be organized? Yes, yes, of course, just hurry up. There isn't much time left, but before you leave, I should probably tell you that there's been an anonymous complaint about you. It's from someone who thinks that humbug like this is going to destroy our town by causing terribly merry chaos. Their words, not mine. They say they're going to prevent it at any cost. It's probably an empty threat, but I thought you should know in any case. You nod and get up. I'm ready, you say. Let them try to stop me. I hope you guys didn't hear that little notification that I just got, like I just did. So hopefully we're good on that account. But the task is fundraising for the festival. You'll need to ask people for loans and sell items that help you spread the good cheer. Suitable things to be sold are playful paintings, Cupid juice drinks, and My Sims trophies. If you have Get to Work, you may also run a bakery. If you do this, you can use money cheats to buy a bakery temporarily, because it's not possible just to borrow one. Additionally, if you want to, you can earn money in one other way that you think fits the festive spirit. Use your imagination. Which we actually did do the bakery, and we used the one other way that we just kind of made up, which I will show you guys later. But the points to be calculated when this second weekend is over is loans 1 point for every 1,000 simoleons earned by asking people for loans. We were not able to do that. Playful paintings, 1 point for every painting sold. Max is 5 points, which we did do. Cupid juice drinks, 1 point for every drink sold, 5 max points, which we did that as well. My Sims trophies, 1 point for every trophy sold, max is 5 points. We weren't able to do that. She couldn't really find any of the My Sims trophies, but that's fine. Running a bakery, 1 point for every 100 simoleons earned, which is 5 max again. Your own freely chosen way to earn money. Max 5 points. You decide how to count the points, which we did that as well. Goal, you are successful if you get at least 15 points. If you did, congratulations. Get ready for next week's challenge. So if I'm correct, I actually just barely made this one as well and just got it to 15 points. But I was a little too busy to read, so I don't know what's going on the screen. But what it looks like is I'm kind of getting ready to get her to do these playful paintings, and we did max out on those. We did all 5. It kind of took us a little while, and we were kind of multitasking some stuff to get that done, but we were able to do that. So here on the screen, you're going to see Sweet Treat Bakery by Elephant, spelled in the way that you see on the screen. I'm just kind of checking it out, seeing if that's the kind of bakery I want. I'm liking what I see. I think it's very, very cute. So here we've actually placed the lot or the cafe, and now I am trying to figure out this ground because I think it's kind of odd that we just all of a sudden had this plot of grass when the buildings next to it didn't. I am trying to figure out what lot type and the requirements and just checking all that stuff and get rid of the plants. I thought they were absolutely adorable and I hated getting rid of them, but it also didn't quite make sense to have them there when there wasn't any grass for them to grow on. So I am readjusting some things. I am going to change the colors because I wanted it to look a little bit more Christmassy. I thought the pink was absolutely adorable, but it didn't quite fit the Christmas theme. So now we are looking inside. We're trying to adjust. I didn't want to do full on red for everything, but I wanted to keep it Christmassy, so later you're going to see the counters are going to be a different color. I wanted to put a little bit of green in there, and I wind up putting that ugly green color. Don't worry, it changes later. So now you see that I'm changing the counters and stuff so they look red, so it looks Christmassy, which I definitely think looks better than it would have if I tried to make them white and change the walls to a red. Here I am trying to put in a different couch because I thought the couch idea was cute, but I still wanted it Christmassy. That will change later. The office is going to be completely different than what you see right now. Here I am trying to fit more items in there, but rearranging it. And I probably fought this a little bit too long. I thought it would be nice to keep that little desk with the computer and all, just because it makes it look like an office, but it's kind of turning less and less into an office the more stuff I put in there. I put an easel in there, that way she can continue to work on her playful paintings and sell those so we can get more points. I put in a TV in there for entertaining purposes, and for some reason I was just really thinking of that as a just a way to make her playful, and I was thinking I needed the books to stay in there just so I can keep her entertained. That was not the case. I realized later and fixed it. Here I am trying to figure out wallpaper. I actually don't remember what I settled on, but I thought about this long and hard, and I never did feel satisfied with what I did. I think I did wind up going with those snowmen and I left them there. I changed that little cake decoration. I thought that was really cute. I changed it so it would look a little more Christmassy. I think it looks a little more 4th of the July than it does look Christmassy. I thought the red was a little much on the outside and I wanted to keep the light fun color or kind of look. I don't know. I wanted to keep it kind of light like the original design, so I kind of turned it back to white, and as you can see I accidentally took some screenshots. uh, Somewhere on my keyboard I have a key that will automatically take those screenshots for me, and I have yet to figure out which one it is. So now I am looking around seeing what can I do to make this look Christmassy? I want it nicely decorated. I'm taking out trees. Like, I want a nice tree. I got some custom content that I could put on these trees so they can look like the Christmas trees. I am trying to decide which one looks best, see if I can reshape it. I did wind up having to use a different tree that I think automatically came with those decorations, I believe, which at the time I didn't realize that it also came with the tree. I thought it was just the decorations. But here I am looking for decorations to put inside because I kind of taken a break from the outside. I really like that little deer decoration. Had a little bit of trouble finding a spot, but I decided on that table, which it will get moved later again. I definitely like the idea of having like little decoration, little presents. I mean, just kind of decorating the shop. I'm going back out here now to try and figure out that Christmas tree. And weirdly, I kind of had to put the tree under the decorations that were already there because it wouldn't let me put them on top of the tree for some reason. It was really weird and it was kind of hard to figure out. But so here I'm just mostly playing with that, trying to figure out what type of decorations I wanted, which of the trees did I need, more specifically, which one would fit the decorations better. And I really liked that look, but it was kind of like popcorn and it kind of disappeared with the other stuff later on, so I decided not to go with that. And then as you could tell, there's quite a few that I just kind of threw over there. And even after putting them all on, I had a really hard time trying to figure out which one I liked more. Uh, what was that cheat? um, right now I have it like in a little small screen, so I wasn't able to read what it just said. I'm assuming it's BB objects on. I don't know what else cheat I would have used there. But here I am looking for other presents because I wanted to make it more like a present pile. Uh, I hadn't figured out how to move objects like up or down yet, which is kind of disappointing because I kind of wanted to pile them on top of each other, the presents that is. Hadn't figured that out. Here I really wanted like a little tree topper, but whenever I enlarged that star, which I think is the only decoration I had that would work for the tree topper, it made it look like it was higher up, so I wasn't able to do that. I really struggled with these presents because I wanted a whole pile going on and it just wasn't working. I really, really love the little gingerbread and, Christmassy treats, especially since it was a sweets shop basically. I'm trying to figure out these little balloons. I wanted them to look Christmassy. I kind of like the all red better, but I kind of also wanted the green. And here I had decided to ditch the original present and put that one over there. And I think I actually settled with just the way those presents are there. I wanted like a nice big pile, but it just wasn't going to work. So here I am just missing a few things. And some of it I just couldn't get happy with the position I had placed things. And what am I doing there? I am not sure. Okay, so here I am removing all the concrete. I was trying to make the shop not as expensive because we do have to pay that back. They didn't really specify when, and so I want to get that paid back as soon as possible, but we definitely need to do that by the end of this little mini series that we have. And as you can tell, I am just testing out different paints because I wanted to figure out what would best fit this little area. So what I had decided there was to just kind of paint a little pathway to the shop, and then the little fenced in area would be painted in, and the rest would be grass. It doesn't quite seem to fit since the rest of the shopping area is pretty much concrete. But that is what I decided to do. It made the shop a lot cheaper. And I knew if I made things too expensive, I probably never would get it paid off. So here I am trying to figure out what the grass was and fix it. I'm realizing that none of the paints are really actually just the exact that you see there. Because what you'll see is that it's actually a mixture of the different grass colors, and I didn't know how to mimic that. So I did try to kind of cover up a little bit of the back so it kind of fixed everything and made it look a little coherent. I'm not sure how well I did on that, but I did try. I thought it was absolutely adorable that this little table on the front of the house, I was able to do like the little red umbrella, and I love that. So here I named the shop, and I'm trying to set the traits that seem to best fit what we were looking for. I had a really long time deciding what the last one is because I didn't. The first two I thought fit pretty well, but I wasn't sure about the last one on what the best trait would be. But here I am just checking the appliances, seeing if they're like cheaper ones. I didn't want to go too cheap, but I also wanted to save some of that money because, I really wanted to make sure I paid back that loan because technically you are supposed to do that. I believe here's when I realized, yes, this is when I realized she's going to have to go to the bathroom at some point. So I just kind of put up a divider. I was like, maybe this will make the little office area a little less awkward. Even though I left the TV in front of the toilet, I don't think it made it less awkward. But okay, I did move it back over. And for some reason, I'm still trying to hold on to that bookshelf. There we go. We finally got rid of that. Later, you will see some adjustments, but that's pretty much finished for now. Okay guys, so now we're back with our holly. This actually took me several tries because some reason it wouldn't let me buy the bakery, and I'm not totally sure why, but in this attempt that you see here, we're actually buying the bakery, and it's actually working for us this time. See, the other attempts, it wasn't opening up the map or anything. It was just kind of leaving us there like we never tried to buy anything in the first place. But we have just officially bought the bakery, and the loading screen is taking forever. Okay, so I just skipped through that loading screen because it took a whole lot longer than what you guys saw. But here I'm trying to figure out how I wanted to transfer the funds, how much I really need it. I didn't quite get it figured out the first time because I think I underestimated how much I needed just to start off. Is that all I had? Was the 56? Oh, well, I did just buy the bakery, so I guess it's not that surprising that that's all I had. Alright, so now I'm going to transfer, and that is finished, and I am going to try to go ahead and bake some things, which I am taking my sweet time to get to. Alright, there we go. So we're trying and realizing that because I transferred all my money, I didn't have anything to bake with. So now I gotta figure out how to transfer again, and give some back so I'm able to bake. So for some reason the TV wasn't letting me watch comedy shows, so I added the bathtub so she could become playful that way. Really, comedy and bubble baths are really the only ways I know of how to make our Sims feel playful. So we got that there now. So her office is now kind of more of a living area, and for some reason I just kind of started off making her playful so she could do her paintings instead of trying to get the baking done. I'm not quite sure why I decided to do that, but that's what I did. But I have decided to go ahead and tell her to bake after she does that painting. So here we have just opened up our shop, and we're taking a bath. So I guess I'm continuing to try and make her feel playful so she can make a painting while customers are looking. At this point, she was actually able to watch a comedy show very shortly because then she was in a playful mood, and I started her on the painting. For some reason, most people decided that it was more fun to talk right outside the window. I'm not sure what's going on there, but that happened. So she's almost finished that painting, which I'm going to send her to do after she sells um, the food to that customer, which she just did, and now she's painting. I actually had a really hard time getting her to stop what she's doing, even if it's something she kind of decided to do on her own, even if it's not something I told her to do. I had a really hard time getting her to stop just so she would go to a customer and make the sale, which was really annoying because we actually lost quite a few sales because of that. And like, in that time, she would talk to a customer. I would tell her to make the sale and she won't. She'll just talk to the customer. She'll do all kinds of other interactions with them, but she wouldn't make the sale. And I don't know why she was being so annoying like that, but she was. So our first day with the shop open, it winds up staying open till after midnight. I didn't even realize what time it was, but it had gotten really dark. But hey, we made 300 for our first day. I didn't think that was bad. I thought we did pretty good for our first time, especially since we did a lot of restocking the first day, in which later I kind of stopped doing because I made a lot more money by just making the food and then putting it out there than I was restocking. Alright, so this is actually the next day. I sent her home, made sure she took care of all her needs, and now we're kind of doing this last one that they had suggested, which was come up with your own way of making money that kind of fit the theme. So, what I was thinking was I could look at these odd jobs, which would give you money, and I could look at the different ones and then I could excuse my Snapchat notification. Uh, so if there was one that seemed like it, I was helping someone by doing it, then I would try that job. And if it failed, it didn't count. But if I did a good job, that would count as a whole point. So here I'm just kind of looking. I'm actually reading these out to you guys, but because my audio didn't record, you don't get to hear that. But it's okay. I actually made some jokes, which I was kind of disappointed to lose, but I don't remember them now, and they probably sucked anyway because, I'm not good with the jokes. So here we are back from our first job, and it was a success, which means we just got a point. So guys, now we're back from our second job, which was very disappointing because it was a failure, which means we only wasted time instead of getting that point we so desperately needed. So here you're seeing me look and queuing up Holly's stuff to do, which I'm just trying to get her to find those capsules so we can hopefully get those My Sims trophies, because the jobs were kind of hard. I was failing them. I did get one success, which was good. The bakery wasn't making enough money to get all 5 of those points, and I didn't know how to make the Cupid's drink. And I might at this point have finished the playful paintings. I think I might have. I'm not totally sure about that, but we were at least very close to finishing those at least. Okay, guys, so now we are working on the bar because I'm going to attempt the Cupid's drink. I was a little concerned about this because we've already wasted so much time. Like, I spent a whole sim day just looking for the My Sims trophies, and I couldn't find them anywhere. Normally, they're not that difficult, but this time it just seemed like it was impossible. And here I noticed that I had a holiday on my calendar. I'm pretty sure I had gotten rid of all but Winterfest and the New Year's Eve one. I think they call it New Year's Eve. They might not. I'm not totally sure. But I had to close that out, which then she was upset about the holiday being awful. But I was like pretty confused because I was like, I'm pretty sure I got rid of all of these. And if I kept any, I don't think it would have been that one. But somehow it was still there. So here I'm noticing I never changed the floor color of the cafe. So we got those pink counters and stuff. I mean, the red counters and stuff, but the floor was still pink. So I don't think the gray checkers were that bad, but definitely in the moment I didn't like them and I wanted something different. So I'm checking out different floor patterns, trying not to spend, too much more money, preferably no more money. And like some you could just redo it for free. So I was trying to figure that out, and I'm I'm thinking that's what yep, that is what I stuck with. I went with that one. Let me know in the comments below if I should have stuck with the gray checkers or if you like that one better. I'm very interested in knowing. So here, I've actually just invited a lot of guys, which I pretty much met from the cafe or maybe like my neighbors or whatever. But I kind of invited them over so she can work on becoming flirty so she can make those cupid strings because she has to be in a flirty mood for that. I don't know why I thought I had to actually have a whole sim there for her to just kind of act romantic with. I could have just watched a romance show, and I don't know why I didn't think of it at the moment. But I was very hesitant this whole sim week of doing that just because doing the cupid strength that is, because I didn't want her flirting with a bunch of sims. I didn't feel like that quite fit her, but at this point I was getting desperate and I was not thinking about the romantic TV shows, which would have been a far better option. And now we see the first one running away from us. And for some reason, he showed up pretty much immediately after we called him, but the rest of them, they took forever, and I was just so confused. I kept looking and like, well, it said everyone was going to be over, and they took a long time. So here I am trying to invite them over again, which I'm going to find out that it says they're already there because they just took an eternity to show up apparently. So it took a whole lot of flirting, but we finally got her in a flirty mood, and now she is going to work on the Cupid strengths, which actually at that point I did realize I could watch a romantic show. So I sent her to do that after, her romantic social interactions or whatever failed a lot. And here I got so irritated because I would tell her to make the drink, she would spend the money on it and then she would cancel the interaction, whatever it's called, but she would cancel it. But then we wouldn't get our money back. It would just be gone. And it was so irritating. See, just canceled, but the money still is at 400, which we had 10 more. And here I paused and I was freaking out. I was like, okay, that must have been a glitch. So let me just give me my money back. Actually, that was the third time, wasn't it? Okay, never mind. So, after three times, I'm like, okay, something's wrong. Let me figure this out. I'm going to get our money back because that has to be a glitch of some sort. Or, I mean, if the same, just cancel it and you have no way of continuing it. I'm I'm pretty sure this glitch, and I'm pretty sure I have every right to get myself the money back. Because that is not fair. Like the food, if they cancel it, you can continue to work on that later. But they do not give you that option with the drinks, which was 100% not fair. So after a couple more tries, I decided that I was going to move that bar into her everything room. I don't even know what to call that anymore, so it's just her everything room. I was like, hopefully, if she's in there, then nothing will be distracting her or keeping her from doing it. And actually, I didn't give me my 200, not two, sorry, my 20 simoleons back. Yeah, I would have definitely gave it back if it was 200, but no, it was only 20 simoleons. I didn't bother giving that back. I had already gotten back my original 30. But this time it actually worked. She continued to work on her drinks and she actually made them. So what I would do is I would make her make them and then I would set them for sale and then I would place them out where people could actually go and buy them. which the shop is not open yet, but it would be shortly after I made a few drinks and I baked some stuff. But let me know, guys, if you think that was way too cheating and I shouldn't have done it. But I thought I had every right to get my simoleons back for a glitch that should have never happened, really. Okay, guys, so this is pretty much the end of the challenge. So I made 5 points off the playful paintings. We made 5 points off of the Cupid's drinks, uh, or whatever you call them. I think it's Cupid's drinks, but I'm not totally sure. And then I don't remember exactly how much we made off the cafe or bakery. Sorry, the bakery, and how much we made off of our odd jobs. I had written it down in a notebook as I was going along, and I can't find the notebook. In case any of you guys are on my Instagram, I am in the process of redoing my room. I am getting some old furniture out, putting in some new furniture. I'm going to be painting my walls soon. That's why I've been pretty much just getting the Clover's advent calendars out, and then I have been having such a hard time getting any other videos out, which I was hoping to do more of a double upload kind of thing for most of this month, but thanks to my room, I haven't really had that much time, and actually both the bed and the desk I was going to get were unavailable just before I got to order them. So now I have to look for a new bed and look for a new desk, or hope they come in stock soon. But yeah. So it's been a little bit crazy, and then of course Christmas time is a busy time of the year anyway. I had to go shopping quite a bit. Had a really difficult time this year finding anything for anyone. But hey, I got it done. I just got it done recently, but I got it done. You know, only a week away from Christmas, but it's done. Well, I apologize for losing track of that notebook, so I don't know exactly how I got these points, but it was either the cafe or the odd jobs, which I did get points from both. I'm just not sure which one gave me the most. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully next time the audio won't just disappear and I have to do a voiceover, because I'm betting it's more interesting the live playthrough and not the voiceover. But if you guys do like the voiceover, let me know so I can do more videos in this style if this is what you prefer. But I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will hopefully see you in the very next one of the Sims Challenge, or in tomorrow's video, which will be another Clover's Advent Calendar. And yeah, I'll see you later, guys. Bye!